back to my channel. If you're new, I am Kiarna Jayne. Make sure you subscribe to join the tribe. Today we're going to be talking all about how you can begin to protect your energy. So for those of us who are a little bit sensitive, or also known as being empaths, you know, sometimes we are susceptible to absorbing other people's energy, which can affect how we feel without necessarily being consciously aware. And that can therefore mean that we take on other people's feelings and emotions and toxicity without realizing that then affects how, you know, we feel mentally, how we feel emotionally. And that can lead us to becoming, you know, people who are always depressed, possibly anxious. You know, we're the type of people that may sometimes be okay in ourselves, but if we walk into a room, you know, with a different type of energy, then we may be more susceptible to absorbing that energy and taking it on as our own. Now, this is something that I definitely have had to deal with myself. You know, I've been a sensitive being all my life. When I was younger, this is something that used to happen to me without me realizing it. You know, I'd be someone who would probably take on people's emotions because I'm quite, you know, I'm quite compassionate towards others, and sometimes that would mean taking on someone's pain, but not realizing that it was their pain, and then, you know, treating it as if it was my own, and not understanding why I was feeling the way I was feeling, not understanding why, you know, I felt these overwhelming negative emotions, and not necessarily being aware of how my energy was being zapped by other people, or, you know, it was just open to all this energy. And so I therefore didn't know how to control it or what I needed to do in order to protect myself and keep my well-being at utmost priority. Now, as I've delved into my spiritual journey and my self-development journey, I have discovered just how important it is for me and for others like me to protect their energy, so that we are, you know, strong in our power, so that we can help others while still being okay within ourselves, and not necessarily absorbing or taking on energies that are not ours. So when we interact with others, you know, it's an energetic exchange. So if we are speaking with someone who is in a lot of pain, who is dealing with a lot of negative things in their lives, then it's easy for us to take that on. It's easy for us to feel their pain. And so I have, you know, discovered and found out a few ways to protect my energy that has helped me tremendously. When I feel like, you know, I'm at risk of taking on others' energies and others' emotions, so that I can protect myself and be there for them as much as I can. Now, this is not just only when we're being there for others. This can be, you know, in different surroundings as well. You might walk into somewhere, you might even walk into a hospital and just feel the heaviness of, you know, what's going on. And it really is something that cannot be seen. It's something that we feel that is invisible, and so we don't realize it's affecting us or taking its toll on us, but it is. And so it is vital to find ways to protect your energy, and today I'm going to give you a few. So one way you can begin to start protecting your energy is to carry around protective stones or crystals. I at the moment like to carry around tiger's eye for protection. I carry around black tourmaline, but also amethyst is a great protection stone. When you carry around these crystals or these stones, I usually like to keep them on my body, so I actually put them in my bra for ladies out there. But if you know you don't want to do that, you can obviously keep it on you in your pocket. It's just having and setting the intention for this stone to protect your energy. So if I know I'm going to a place, or I'm going to be interacting with certain people that, you know, are at risk of me taking on their energy, or, you know, their emotions and feelings, I will immediately set the intention to be protected with a stone. So I'll carry this stone with me all day, and, you know, it's just being intentional about protecting your energy. And, you know, if you feel like you are at risk of having your energy zapped, then just having this stone on you will remind you that you are protected, and it just sets the intention for your energy to be, you know, protected. Another great way to protect your energy is to first and foremost cleanse and clear your energy. Now this can be done by cord cutting. I usually like to do a meditation for cord cutting. So say if I have been in an interaction that was quite deep and heavy for my emotions and for my well-being, I like to come away and I like to just visualize a white protective light around me that's cleansing all the negative energy and emotions, and I physically cord cut. So what I will do, I will go like this with my hand, so I create like, you know, cord cutting motions. And I will state an affirmation that I cut and clear away all negativity. I cut and clear away all emotions and energies that are not mine, and I visualize this white bright light cleansing my aura, cleansing my energy, so that I can then protect my energy. And when I protect my energy, I usually like to visualize myself in sort of like you know those water, I think they're called water running balls. So it's like a big bubble. So I usually like to put like to visualize myself in this big bubble of white light that I've created, and in order for me to protect it, I literally as I do the actions, I visualize myself zipping it up all the way around me. And when I zip it up, that then means that I am protected, I'm in my bubble, nothing can penetrate it, and you know, I am protecting my energy. So there are loads of meditations and visualizations that you can do. Another visualization that I like to do that a friend of mine told me a few weeks ago, and it actually worked and it's been really handy for me, is if you are in the middle of a conversation or you feel, you know, like you need to protect your energy at any given time, what I like to do is visualize my chakras. So all my chakra points as flowers, and they're currently open. So if I feel like I'm in a situation where I have to protect my energy, what I will do at that moment is visualize each chakra one at a time as a flower closing. So I'm not open to, you know, absorbing everything that's around me, and I literally visualize the petals of my chakras closing, and this will, you know, this creates an energetic boundary between you absorbing anything that is not yours, and also it stops you from being affected. So there was a time when I was working a lot on my personal power, and that's to do with my solar plexus energy, and if I felt like that was being threatened by, you know, what I was experiencing or the situations I found myself in, it was really helpful to visualize that closing, because that then meant that nothing could affect it, and you know, I'm standing true to my personal power. So if you ever find yourself wanting to protect your energy in a situation that has just arisen, that is a really good visualization to do to protect your energy on the spot. There's also physical things that you can do literally to protect your energy. So if you're in a conversation with someone and you don't want to take on their thoughts in their energetic field, you can cross your arms. You know, that is literally like a physical boundary. You can just cross your arms during the conversation. That is a physical boundary and protection. So, you know, sometimes I do that as well. I find it really helpful, because for me, it's not a straight off like, you know, I don't want to talk to you, or I don't want to be involved in this. It's a subtle sort of way for you to become aware that your energy, you know, that something is making you feel a certain way or is draining your energy. So it's just a physical boundary to put up if you want to protect your energy. And this goes the same for boundaries. Having boundaries and putting boundaries into place is a huge way to protect your energy. If you are constantly giving, if you're constantly, you know, saying yes to things that you want to be saying no to, if you're a type of person who is overgiving, it's really helpful to have boundaries, because when you have boundaries, you're keeping yourself and, you know, people you love in a place where you are honouring yourself and you're honouring your needs, so that you're not getting burnt out, you're not allowing your energy to be depleted, you're not allowing certain things to affect you by having the boundaries in place first. And this can come down to anything such as at the moment I am offering life coaching and mindset coaching. So, you know, sometimes if I speak to potential clients and, you know, they're asking a lot of questions, it is my duty to stop, you know, at some point. It's my duty to realize that, you know, my information is valuable. And so putting a boundary there sometimes when, you know, I feel like I'm giving too much is a clear example of how boundaries can be put into place to protect your energy and to protect your well-being. It's just, and that it's something that we should be taking more seriously, because there are times when I've not realized that I'm absorbing other people's feelings and emotions, and it's affecting me. It's giving me depression, it's giving me anxiety, and so it's really important to protect yourself first, so that then you can show up for others from an even better place. So I really hope this has given you some tips and tools to start protecting your energy. It is really important, and you know, I think it's changed my life in terms of showing up as a human being and being my best self. It's allowed me to create the boundaries that I've needed, and it's allowing me to show up from an even better place for the people that need me and for myself. You know, I know how to protect myself now. I know when something is my energy and when it's not. I know when something needs to be let go. I know when something, you know, needs to be cleansed, and it's just maintaining my personal well-being and honoring my feelings and emotions and needs. And so I really hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for watching. Protecting my energy was one of the first steps to taking back my life and taking back control of who I am as a person and how I show up in the world. And you know, taking back your life and taking back your power is one of the biggest steps to creating a shift in your reality. So I have in fact created a free training with my personal tools similar to these, in ways that you can begin to take back your life. Because if you are not taking control of your life, then it may feel like, you know, your outer surroundings are, but the truth is you have the power. You are the power. And so if you're interested in taking that first step, I have got a free training, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in there. But like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.